Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Thank you everybody for joining me over. Over on the news stream. I don't know. I didn't touch the thing this time. I think I touched the mouse USB. How would disconnecting the mouse USB cut the stream? I don't know. But at least I'll be able to fix this in the future. I'll probably wire everything directly into the hub over there. The Veto hub, or find a new one or something. I'll fix everything when I'm moving in office space. Everybody, I'll be okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Bidding resumes. All right. And just as so, we have a group of 6 Porcelio Expansus Witches potions, starting bid of $1. It's really getting cool outside. Like, it's crazy hot all day, and now all of a sudden I get this cool breeze blowing on me. I hate these cables. Wireless everything. Here's your witch's potions in here. Make the Europeans jelly, I suppose. Cable at the end instead of after you move. I'm going to do... well, the moves might be happening sooner than later. We're just going to... Everything's going to be updated. It's going to be nuts. You look like a crazy mad bug scientist that blew up his lab, says Exotic Wilderness. Yeah, I got the crazy hairstyle now. That's kind of what I was going for, the weird horn approach. I do look like Ancient Aliens, guys. Perfect. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Alan, I just realized Alan's name is Crime Bear. How great. Gosh, just blobs of cold air coming into this room now. All right, here's an X. I don't want to spend too much time on these. I got it. We got things to do, stuff to go through here. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Dr. Humroyd with a winning bid of 120. Sorry, Luch, you didn't put a period in there. Nobody memed about it either. I gotta be cautious with this craziness here. I don't want to... These freaking cables, man. What's this? All right, we have Cubaris species CF Jupiter, starting bid of $1 for 6. I like Dr. Humroyd. I like that a lot. Slow down so I can copy this. So somebody got some of these from me and said that the consensus of folks online was that they were lemon blues. They came from was it Tropical Isopods, Carlos Michelson, labeled as Jupiters. So I will continue to label them as Jupiters, but that's sort of the story behind these. Bug type gym leader, I appreciate that, says a person. Ouroboros or Wolverine. Ouroboros, I don't know if I've seen you before. Welcome. Zach Williams says it was hot day. I was looking for native flowers and I was dying of heat. Hyperbeam says those were the hottest ticket in my book. What an isopod. That was me. LOL, says Kubrick. Your description mentions snakes. Will there be snakes? Oh, there will not be this time. That was actually, I copy pasted the rules from an old auction and just modified a couple of them. But I mean, it was possible there could have been snakes today. So, yeah, welcome, Ouroboros. We have some fun here occasionally. Here's an X for the Cubaris CF Jupiters, going once, going twice, sold. It ain't even close. It doesn't look like it's even close. I'm control Ring, but it appears the double Z has come out on top with a winning bid of 150 for these, which is crazy. But he wanted them. They wanted them. Probably would look great with a low taper fade haircut. Miss me with that stuff. We got next. We have, what's this? Oh, now we have directly lemon blues that came from tie-dye exotics. So we have 6 Cubaris species lemon blue, starting bid of $1. Again, these came from tie-dye exotics, not from Tropical Isopod / Carlos Michelson. They came from Ty Randall last summer, I believe. He corrected his bid. Wait, it was type. I meant to put 15. Oh, you corrected your bid? I'm going to have to go back there and double check that. You put double Z. You corrected it to 150. Did you meant to just put 50? I will pass it to Obey the Snarf. Let me know here if Obey the Snarf, if you want them for your what would have been the winning bid of 56. I'm happy to do that if all parties are okay with that. Is that all right? Everybody, Obey the Snarf. You okay with that double Z? Are you okay with that also? That exchange? All right. I'm sure double Z is okay with that too, but just say so. If you're okay with it, if you're not, blink twice. All right, I will adjust my records here. I will also edit this. The Schnarf winner, okay. We got a lot of people going in on this for the lemon blues here. Here's an X. Some ferocity here. Was not expecting this for these guys. They've just now started doing pretty well for me. They were doing all right, and I've had them in with the Lafayette County, or maybe it was St. Landry Parish Americanus, and now they're both starting to do better this year. Going once, going twice, sold. 2, control R-rings, see what we end up with here. Kuvrik winning bid of 83. Hades 2. Close on Kuvrik's heels, though. And that is your first win tonight. Congrats. Always got to compliment the First Bloods. We'll go with these. We have a group of 15 Elliptorhina levigata, starting bid of $1. The V-horn hissers. The insanity is fading and the tiredness is starting, but I haven't even been at this for all that long compared to other auctions. These are your 15 levigatas in here. Will there be assassin bugs? Yes, there will be some assassin bugs. Again, kind of surprised it's not in this box. Here's an X for the Levigata. Going once. Going twice. Sold. 2, control R-ing again. Always close in these situations. It's a good deal whatever happens. Mila, winning bid of 36. Ouroboros, you missed the Americanus, but I think there's still some millipedes coming up. What's this? Oh, here we go. We have about 100 Illumoides species. I gotta pull up my master isopod document. Species, Miami, Florida. One of the picopods. Starting bid of $1. It says approximately because I don't know how many there are in here. It's again just a glob grabbed out of the colony. It could be more than that, probably with how tiny they are. Ouroboros says, I've got a wild caught boy who is cruising around my doctor's office and I want to get him some friends. They'll play nice with other millipedes. You can keep them with other species. I'm actually right now to kind of give the Anadinobolus black and whites I got an extra boost. I threw them in with Clitocricus species Philippine blue, the old stock, and some of them are doing very well together. As long as they have similar needs, it's fine to put them together, I think. Here's an X for the Miami picopods, going once, going twice, sold. To lizard beans with a winning bid of nice $69. Nice. Good bidding there. Just kind of went for the odd-shaped containers. We have another group of, speaking of Anadinobolus, we have 7 Anadinobolus. We've got some quarreling going on in the Discord, it seems. 7 Anadinobolus arboreus red, the return of the reds. I can't remember how many of these packed up, but this may be the last chance to get the arboreus if you want them. Hyperbeam says, in love with my Elomoides, I'm throwing them in a bunch of enclosures. That's one way to do it. What does the cutoff size be considered a picopod? I think an adult size of smaller than 2 millimeters. I think that's kind of a good metric. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good metric. Maybe millipods would have been, that would be very confusing, actually. A person says we need more eubellids in the hobby. I think these are the only ones. I think there's a couple out of Florida, actually. It's just kind of hard to get them going when you can't really find them in the first place. My hair is so crazy right now. This is perfect. This is exactly what I'd hoped. It's like the Bowser horns or something. Happy accidents. You can't do that on purpose. Do you have any aquatic water bugs, says Caleb Kahan? No, nothing aquatic for this auction. Here's an X for the Arboreus Reds, going once, going twice, sold. To looks like orang mango, but I'm going to refresh. Orang Mango, winning bid of 56. Luch just barely beat out there. All right, now we're up to a pace here. What's this? All right, 30 Gyna bisanulata. Now it's really getting insane. Starting bid of $1. Patchwork roaches. Gyna bisanulata. Starting a bid of $1. Obey the Snarf says, I'm going to see my dart frog tank with yellow submarines. Wolverine hair, says Allie Last. Yeah, I like it. Any scorpions this time around, like leftovers from the Midwest trip? Probably no. I don't think I know scorpions. No scorpions, unfortunately. A person said maybe I should bite the bullet and be the bug person to visit sometime, and then receive bugs in an unrelated way that happened to be from there. Hyperbeam says it's the hormone monster. I like the Wolverine better. Let's put an X for these Gyna bisanulata. We're gonna cover some ground a little bit quicker here. Going once for the patchwork roaches. Going twice. Sold. To might be Taranchi getting the deal of a lifetime on these. Beetle Pixel. Winning bid of 39. That's a steal. Another steal tonight. Can't remember what the other one was, but this is definitely going down there with those. Again, currently, all the Gyna doing really well, except for CF Sculpturata. Ooh, here's a fun one. We have 100 plus Nocticola species, University Park, Florida, starting bid of $1. I think if these become more popular, they will replace Malaysia, whether people know it or not, as the go-to Nocticola because they're just more dry tolerant. That's the main thing, I would say. They're more flexible in their overall preferences. I'm in Michigan. Cockroaches are us. I'm in Michigan. Proposes me my pre-bid of $50, $69. That's funny. Oh, wow, that really shot up. I mean, that really got out of hand. Here's an X for the Nocticola. Good species to toss in with larger roaches, too, if you want to propagate multiple things. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Dr. Hemorrhoid, winning bid of 80. But, of course, who else could have predicted this? I am really looking forward to these all being pre-packed and just ready to go on Monday. I am so ready for that. We got another Cubaris CF Jupiter situation. 6 Cubaris CF Jupiter, starting bid of $1. Again, these were received from Carlos Michelson, Tropical Isopods, sometime last year-ish as Jupiters. There's discussion that they are likely not Jupiters or they don't seem to look like Jupiters, etc. Hemorrhoid already blew you out. That's a horrible thing. Tennyson asking if Pacnota is Skulka today. Pacnota is Skulka today. I am fighting to keep my Skulka alive. I think I'm down to like 1 adult male and 2 females. I am fighting hand and fist to figure out what I'm doing that has caused them to go down this spiral and how I can pull them out of it. So it's not looking too good, although there is some hope. I've switched over to off of feeding them fruit alone to offering them hibiscus flowers. I have the tank outside on my patio, and I'm trying to see if the UV will help, if the heat will help, if the something will help. And it's just there's a new hibiscus flower every day, so I just go over, pop it off, and put a new one in there. The petals, the pollen, the something, maybe that'll give them what they need to help them pull them out of this, and I'll get somewhere with them. But it's not looking so hot. Also, all the ones that I had descended from like 3 individuals in the first place. So I'm not really concerned about inbreeding, but I am just hoping we get somewhere. Really hoping they are salvageable. Here's an X for the Cubaris, going once, going twice, sold. To Control R-ing. Hades 2 with a winning bid of 72. Hades 2, congrats on your first auction win tonight, it would seem. Congratulations. Let's see what we got coming up next. We got a 2-pack. They won't be shipped in these. Of 2 Linothely megathaloides. Starting bid of $1 for 2 of them. At least I'll know F's mine are species Malaysia ig. I think you may have had a small aneurysm typing that. Do leopard grasshoppers need a substrate or newspaper works? That works until you get adults and the females need something to lay their eggs in, but you could use newspaper for leopard substrate. I don't see a problem with that. This thing of orange juice is almost gone. Almost. All right, here's an extra the Linothole. Everybody's so quiet for some reason all of a sudden. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To control R-ring. Let's see what happens here. Milla with a winning bid of 31. All right, we got a group of 30. Gyna Centurio. Starting bid of $1. Alan panicking to pull up pictures for stuff that's already been posted and sales pending. Lots of puzz. Care for Linothole is just a container, medium-ish humidity. They make a big old web. It's super cool. They get it everywhere. It's very Halloween decoration-y. And you just toss bugs into it. It's really great. Is care for the CF Jupiter on the order of standard cubars, or one of those feed caviar at 5 a.m. 3 times a week. Standard from my experience. Both the lemon Jews and these Jupiters or CF Jupiters have had the same care needs in my experience. Here's an X for the Gyna Centurio. Did I post them in here already? Yes, I did. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Double Z with a winning bid of 40. Some good deals on Gyna colonies tonight. Next, we have a group of. Please don't tell me the stream just paused. Okay, my webcam did like a flicker, and I was like, "What is going on?" 10 wildcard orthoporus ornatus, New Mexico, starting bid of $1. These are the more chocolatey brownish type ones. I'm sorry, little one. I appreciate that. Did you just say lemon Jews? I said lemon blues. I don't know if lemon. I've never heard of the sect of Judaism referred to as the lemons. Perhaps they're associated with the lemon law, or the lemon heads. Perhaps 99% sure those are lemon blues, says William Yadeski. Then I may have something to take up with Mr. Carlos Michelson, but this also makes me want actual Jupiters if anybody has them or can find them. Xavier Williams says, I'm back. Ouroboros says, now we've got the Etrog. It's not quite a lemon. You did say lemon Jews. That's funny. I'm not in my tip-top shape tonight, everybody. Thought you were combining lemon blue and Jupiter. If those get proven to be the same species, maybe I'll try crossing them at some point and create the lemon Jews out of them. Definitely said lemon Jews. Fun fact, 2% Ashkenazi Jewish on my mother's side. And if you talk to my mother, it really shows. I'll have to, again, we'll put that at the top of the list next to the Troglodilo species green spots, platinum credit card, refinance your house when that project comes out. Makes sense. Carlos had the species White King contaminated with albino panda kings, and now they only exist in country of origin. that is such a difficult thing to prove when you've got things with simple recessive mutations and you get one getting into another bin and they both have the same phenotype. It's ridiculous. Ridiculously hard to sort them out and figure out what's going on. Going once on the orthoporous. Going twice. Sold. To Luch 3737. Luch's first win of tonight with a winning bid of 30. I had this Kahi hasted already. Here we go. Got Kahi that. Hasted to here. There we are. All right. Me explain why I spent $500 on bugs. I love it. Let's do another set of these cow socks. The Beanotolis. 10 Beanotolis species cow sock. KO sock. Starting bid of $1. According to Eddie, he had an actual colony of them. Someone had to analyze them with a microscope to prove it, I believe. Might have outdated info. I mean, yeah, there are physiological characters you could look at, but having things being the identical same color is definitely not helpful at seeing those features or even determining the glands. And then you got to pick out everyone by the physical features, separate them into a new colony, and then do that for both the species, and then exterminate the mixture before. When is grain pest hours? We don't really have any grain pests, to be honest. We're just trying to survive and get through what's here, and I gotta do the friend auctions too. Here's an X for the Beanotolis species cow sock. Going once. Going twice. Sold. For the Roaches. Chris Sniper, no swiping. I love that. For the Roaches with a winning bid of $36. Not to be confused with Roaches Are Us. Writing you down as for the R on my little thingy here. Can't believe it's already been almost 4 hours. We're going to get this stuff moving, too. Ooh, here's a good one. We have a group of 12. Thorax Porcellana, the Vampire Roach. Starting bid of $1. We got a good mix of everything coming up, and I got to do the friend auctions, too. Probably at the end. Sorry, friends. We got to get through this stuff first. Not too much stuff left in this box. My big important thing must still be out in the other room. All right. For the Vampire Roaches. Going once. This is going fast. Going twice. Sold. To looks like Ice Beam, but could be Arbs. We'll see in a second here. Looks like Ice Beam with a winning bid of $59. Ice Beam really getting some good roaches this time around. Keeping up the brisk pace. I have a container of dirt. Oh, it's fancy dirt. We have a group of 30 Gyna Cappuccino with some adult females, apparently. I didn't see that those were in there. That I might regret that later, but oh well. We're here. We're now. Get used to it. Starting bid of exclamation point. $1. And then to $1. Exclamation point is not a valid bid. Sheer heart was it? I gotta find the JoJo misquote. What is it? Sheer heart attack has no weaknesses, but what was the bastardization? I gotta find it. Original translation? It was something wonky. I can't find it. Maybe I'm thinking of Diamond Does Not Crash from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Killer Queen Bison. No, I'm trying to think. There was the original mistranslation of it, I thought, where it's very verbose and kind of confusing, but I might be thinking of Diamond Does Not Crash. Diamond Does Not Crash. Yes, maybe I'm thinking of that. Diamond Does Not Crash, the original poor translation of Diamond Cannot Be Destroyed or whatever. Diamond is Unbreakable. That was it. Diamond Does Not Crash. What a beautiful doing. Thank you, Pone Ninja, for weighing in. Here's an X for the cappuccino. I almost forgot about that. I was so wrapped up. A lot of JoJo fans in here. Circa asking about more picopods. Unlikely. A person says, are you looking for the flaccid pancakeification of the name? Yes, if you can find that, I'd appreciate that. Obey the Snarf talking about Gyna has a reputation for being finny, but starting with a large group, we're pumping out nymphs all winter. Yes, that's why I try to get large groups of a lot of stuff. You kind of hedge your bets with the Ali effect and them being from a happy colony and whatnot. It's not always reliable, but you can still kill a lot of roaches even thinking you're doing the right husbandry. All right, here's the X for the cappuccino. Going once. Going twice. Oh, my back hurts. The scoliosis sitting here. Sold to Phil Dresty. Winning bid of 65. Way in the lead there. Thank you, Phil. Diamond Does Not Crash. What we got left here? We're getting down to the wire. We have a group of 3 Mastigo Proctus Giganteus El Paso, Texas, starting bid of $1. 3 healthy lads. Good chance of getting a captive breeding group going. These have all been doing very well in captivity, eating and growing and the whatnot. I don't know why I'm putting those over there. I got to see who wins them. We've got some good bidding here. We're going to get this wrapped up real quick. Here's the X, everybody. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Arbs, winning bid of 43. Again, we're keeping a good pace here. Gotta write it on all of them. Arbs. Into the big old box they go. Getting empty over here, guys. But what's this I see here? Is it a Porcelio Expansus cup that did not just almost hit the cable? It is. It's a group of 6 Porcelio Expansus Orange. Starting bid of $1 hair here. Now, this is not to be confused with my new baby project received from somebody I don't know if I want to necessarily name I want to put out there per se, but maybe I would. The Naranja project I have been working on. I just got the first babies. Maybe it's the second set of babies from the Naranjas. So Zen Monkey says no Kyle Jr. Everything is inventoried and packed, so no need for Kyle Jr. Yeah, that's Kyle Jr. is actually at Angela's at the future property right now. He has been packed up and moved. He is already situated, unlike myself. I just Pwn Ninja, you have just the P as your avatar, and it draws my eyes to your comment with the chew what beautiful doing. This feels like a picnic. Oftentimes, I find myself enraptured with the beautiful day, the sun shining through the leaves and the trees at noon, and I think to myself, this feels like a picnic. It's truly a way to live. All right, here's the X. Wrap it up. No more fun. We're going home, everybody. Here you go. Wrap up your bids. Going once. Going twice. Sold. 2. Control R-ring. Seeing what's going on here. What's the deal with airplane food? Circa. Winning bid of 75. After some heavy bidding there at the last second, Circa comes out victorious. The grand champion is victorious. What we got here? Oh my, it's a 20 count of Paranophyta formosana with a starting bid of $1. Who could have foreseen this? Really nifty Roach. Really cool Roach, actually. TJ complaining about my cappuccino. We're doing Gucci, but are waiting now for some reason. I didn't even catch that comment before. Such is life. Again, my Sculpturata were also doing Gucci, but are now, well, they're coming back with this incessant care I've been giving them. Same with these yellow projects I've been working on. I'm pretty sure somewhere there's a cup of some pretty much proven out with, but not quite up to Kyle standards, yellow Gyna, Lyrita. Hyperbeam says, my Formosana finally had babies. Of course, I absolutely lost it. Love these. I'm hoping we'll get more Paranophyta in the near future. We got to get Rufapes again at some point. Here's an X for the Formosana. Dr. Humroyd right out the gate with a bid of $40. T-posing for these. If there's a Roach worth bidding heavily on other than Magnifica tonight, this might be it. Going once. Going twice. Sold. 2. Controlling R-ring, but it looks like it's Taranchi, but we're going to find out real soon. Sold to Taranchi with a winning bid of 49 and a dang from Chris Snyder. And frustration with dots from Circa. Taranchi with a winning bid of 49. Okay, that's what we like to see. We are getting down to the end of the Kyle stuff. We're going to be into some friends stuff soon. Let's do, what did I just see? We got a group of 10 as bolus, 10 adults, wildcard as bolus, varicoses, starting bid of $1. Just your Blue Death Fainters. Fresh out of Imperial County, though, so if you're looking to breed, now's a good time. I might just get these all loaded up here. Oh, we've got some good stuff coming up here before we get to the finales. A lot of roaches here. Maybe we'll just wrap up with the roaches, perhaps. We'll do the non-roaches first, although, yeah, we'll put this in the next queue of stuff. Before we get to the last box of Kyle things, we've got 5 things left to do. Then we'll be in the home stretch for Kyle stuff. Then we'll do some friend stuff, and that'll be that. All right, here's an X for the Asbolus, the Blue Death Fainters. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To OG Original Gecko with a winning bid of 45. OG. You're just going in the books as OG Original Gecko. All right, we're going to do the roaches last. We're going to do these millipedes here. Before that, we have a group of 7 wild-caught Chicobolus spinagarus from Lee County, Florida. Starting bid of $1. These are the more purplish ivories, at least mostly when immature. They're purplish. Oh, wait, I did not mean to open up Microsoft Word. Whoo! Here we go. All right. Don't want to cause any problems. This USFC fight card, nice tonight. Here they are. Doing well. Eating some well-aged walnut flake soil in here. John Doe asking what we got left. I need to get to 100 now. Need more big beetles, please. Tortellini, we do have some beetles coming up in that last box. We getting there. Here's an X for the Chicobolus from Lee County. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Ouroboros with a winning bid of 50. Ouroboros, your first win tonight, and you said you're new to the live stream too, so congratulations on your first win at the one of the Roach Crossing live streams and the Insanity live stream. I am slowly losing my sanity. All right, we have 3 pairs of Gramphadorina portentosa masola, starting bid of $1. Here they are. Working on getting some color forms out of masola. Working after I get some things isolated, I'm going to start working on some cross-locality, cross-stock crosses. See what I can find. See what we can do with that. We'll be swift with this. Apples with a bid of 30, saying please, going once. Going twice. Will they let apples get it? Sold. Sometimes it'd be like that. A winning bid of $30. I think that's pretty good. I think the last steal was on a Hissers thing. Why did I put it over here? It needs a label. Apples. All right. Congrats. Okay, we got 12 Polyphaga saucerai, parthenogenetic. This colony has really rebounded for me in the last 6 to 8 months. I thought they were on their way out. I changed the setup and they're back in. Just when I think what's the Godfather quote? I've never seen the Godfather. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. That was it. I'm not sure where I was going with that train of thought, but is this also the only auction I forgot to look? Thank you, whoever deleted that. Deleting the clogging here. Somebody could end up with a good deal on these guys. There's the X going once. Going twice. Could be a really good group. Sold. To looks like Circa. I'm control R-ing. I got to go with what's here. Could be another steal of the night, honestly. Only 22 likes on the stream. Where's the 40 people like the stream now? Thank you, Exotic Wilderness. For the Roaches with 25. Okay, it's unanimous. For the Roaches. For the R. With a winning bid of 25. Way up there. Again, I appreciate everybody screaming at me to pay attention to that. Sometimes I need that. All right, let's do this song and dance again. 12 pseudo-glamorous magnifica Cook Fuang. Starting bid of $1. Copy that. Paste that. We're getting close to the next box, everybody, also. So you know that the final Kyle box after this, we'll be getting into some Friends stuff, which will have separate shipping and blah, blah, blah. Still some lovely things to go on those lists, of course. I like seeing numbers go up. This must be what it's like to do the stocks, maybe. I don't know. Care, says Allie Last. Care for what I'm even if it's something to pass, I'm happy to bring you up to speed on what the husbandry is like. Here's an X for the pseudo-glamorous. Let's see some blood. Let's see some savagery. Oh, there it is already. A big old jump. Stonks go up. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To H and H with a winning bid of 190 for the Roaches, just a bit late. Winning bid of 190 to H and H. I believe that's your first win tonight. Congratulations. But blood budded himself. Yeah, I suppose. Sorry, care for the Saucer Eye. I'll get into that in a moment, Allie. We just had some blood spilled live on the Discord. But that's not our finisher for this box. I have something I think is different and up to your opinion if it's better, but it's definitely something I haven't had on here before. We have a group of 8 Hormetica species, Columbia. Now this is a cool roach. Starting bid of $1. And did 4 bid. These are cool. The males are super duper cool colored. Nice patch of red on the pronotum without the spots of a glow spot. It is a Hormetica species. But these guys are very neat. Luch, we are done for flathorns. Hormetica species Columbia. Somebody's got to have pictures. Oh, yeah. And the online pictures, the males that I have bigger spots than the pictures I'm seeing off of Google search. It's definitely very prominent. This is a very cool roach. High humidity, lots of organic matter. Keep the other foods coming, etc. For the Hormetica species Columbia. For the Saucerai Alley, sand substrate I've used, not sand before. I've switched to sand for them. Not all polyphaga need it. I just tried it to see if it would save them, and they ended up doing better. Leaf litter on top of that. 2/3 dry, 1/3 moist. Fish flakes and apple, and that was about it. All it took to turn them around. Here's an X for the species Columbia. Again, very, very cool roach. I really like these guys. They will not be cheap on Roach Crossing when they go up. I can tell you that much. Going once, going twice. Sold. To Beetle Pixel with a winning bid of $53. Beetle Pixel once again from the shadows, from the lemon juice shadows has emerged to be triumphant. And that's the way it was. All right, I'm going to go take these out and go get the next box. All right, let's ease back into things with a plant. I keep forgetting these guys here. We got, I keep forgetting the name of this Camelinaceae. This is 3 Tenantia pringli, starting bid of $1. I like that GIF from Dewey. We like that GIF. A neat plant can be an outdoor plant, can be an indoor plant. Give me one more shout at a cool Eublabrus or any Courteous. Maybe, I don't know. What's in the box is in the box. Did I forget to put something in one of those? No. Okay. Anyways. Is there no cool picture of Tenantia pringli? It's a very cool plant. I don't think any plants naturally, other than I've never seen any that have this coloration, like this natural coloration on the leaves. It's an easy keeper. Nobody's trying to find a fair use picture or something to utilize. Spotted widow's tears. Can't seem to find a good image. Maybe somebody will. Thank you, Crime Bear. Me to Kyle Fence Fund. Thank you, Circa, for that meme. Here's an X for the Tenantia pringli going once. Probably be cold hardy in like Tennessee-ish. I had one overwinter outside here. Going twice. Sold. To Miracly, winning bid of $10. Fascinating. Miracly. Well, congrats, Miracly. Maybe it's something you didn't think you'd see or you'd want, but there it is. Thank you for that. Your first win, and it's not a bug. Maybe your only win. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Congrats. Now I can close out these windows, reminding me what Tenantias are. I will go into the live stream in a moment to found one someone shared in Reddit. We're getting close to the meme I got to do here. Let's go with this. We got a group of 20 Leuci Hormetica subcincta. Starting bid of $1. And I got to do grossi at some point tonight. Again, I forgot to pack them up, and I'm kind of kicking myself about that. What does it care like for giant camel crickets or giant cave crickets? Pretty high air humidity, some organic matter for snacking on, for laying eggs in, fish flakes, dog food, the typical. John Doe wants orange head so bad, but I didn't pack any up. I'm just going to do the grossi because I really want to have offered all of the ones that I have tonight. Tastes like Pringles. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Any more pods been up since 6 a.m.? There might be a couple more pods. I can't guarantee it, though. We're coming down to the wire. Royal Dilo asking humid or no. I'm not sure if that's for the plant or for something else. No aquatic plants. No aquatic plants. We still got some good stuff coming up. Here's an X. Don't look at the horrible transparency editing on that subcincta photo there. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Taranchi, winning bid of 45. Another T-posing, dominance assertion. One of my favorite things to say, I've noticed in these streams on good occasion. What's in here? All right, we got a container chock full of, this is not going to be fun. There's about 40 Panesthea Angustipennis cognata Cambodia, starting bid of $1. These guys can be fed almost exclusively on wood. They do appreciate if once you got the wood needs taken care of, you put some other stuff in there, some dog food, some apples, some whatever. what have you. Luch commenting on orange heads being pretty dope. Roaches. Oh, yes, the Pringle-eye. Tenantia Pringle-eye tasting like Pringles. They do not taste like Pringles. They taste like enhanced plant, in my opinion. I don't know what that means, but that's what they taste like. Still rocking my hairdo. Like that. All right. Here's an X for the Panethia. Seems like with the way bids are going at the moment, good chance to get these for a very, very low price. We'll see. X going once. Going twice. Sold. To looks like Circa, I'm going to control R. And I need to get ready because our special bid thing is coming up. And I got to see if it's, did I save it in my albums? I know I sent it to a friend. I might have to go get it from there. Probably have to get it from the friend. There we go. All righty. It goes to Circa with a winning bid of $41. It is a good day for Circa and for Circa's desire to have a large group of Panethia. That's our special thing. We're not going to do that yet. Might do that. Here we go. Here's our one and only assassin bug today. It's an empty container. We have 20, because they're in one of the mesh cages behind me. Zealous Longipes, Montgomery, Alabama, starting bid of $1. Again, the container's empty because I want to pack them up last minute for their health. Don't know if they can be FEDEX or just nice rot wood. I'm not sure what that means, but you basically make the substrate just all wood pellets or sawdust or whatever, nice and moist. And then as the colony kind of gets established, you can start adding more of the other stuff in there and they'll tear through it. Royal Dillo asking, can I add other stuff to orders? Yes, I can. I can add other stuff to your orders, but y'all need to contact me ASAP because these orders are going out Monday or Tuesday. We're getting past the old model for auctions and working towards this new one where things ship ASA and also P. These Zealous can be fed only fruit flies. All life stages can be fed on nothing but fruit flies, which is really nice. They have sticky legs they catch stuff with, and the fruit flies just get stuck all over them, and they just sort of like slurp them all up no matter how small they are. Here's an X for the Zealous Longipes. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Milla Chris Sniper. Refreshing. Yeah, the Zealous are really silly. This is my enclosure for them. I'll just show everybody really quick. It's disgusting. It's just like I just pour fruit flies into here and I put like banana and stuff in the bottom for the fruit flies to breed on, and then the Zealous just go nuts. How do I do this? There we go. Look at them all. Look at this insanity here. Room temperature, this is all I do. I water it occasionally during the winter time, but it's awesome. And I want to do this with more Zealous species, and I'm working on it. I love them. It's Milla with a winning bid of 31. Congrats. All right. What are we going to do here? All right, we got a group of 20 Darapeltis Paulinoi. If the person who won the Darapeltis species Masai Mara in the last auction, the last person I sent them to still has them, please contact me if you have the other Darapeltis species. We got a group of 20 of these guys. I think they like being on top of each other. I think I'm starting to learn that. Royal Dilo trying to make a quick attach fruit fly culture cup, screw on fruit fly culture jar. It's not even that. You just open it up and dump them in with the food in there. You eat, they breed, they do all this stuff, and you just end up with this writhing mass of zealous nymphs and adults. It's pretty awesome. I'm excited to get Lyridus going like that. Dewey says, did your Cetosoma culture completely crash? It's just I'm barely hanging on, and I don't even know if the females that I have are going to reproduce asexually or not. I have a lot of things that I rotate through mesh cages, and I also move the mesh cages around depending on the time of year. Here's an X for the Darapeltis polinoi. Going once, going twice, sold. To Fushiguro with a winning bid of 30. Fushiguro beating out Dilo there. Just barely. Dilo fumbling over the period. Let's see what's this. All right, we have the last of these. Actually, the last that I have altogether. We have two of these 3-inch-ish Castanea seps. I'm going to go up and grab what I posted before and just copy paste that there. There we go. Gotta make sure we get all of our cross our I's and dot our P's, you know. Am I getting a direct message right now? Possibly. Are Zealous Renardii possible, or are they one of the guys people struggle with? I think it's just a matter of getting them. That's it. I think they'd probably be the same as all the other Zealous. So, Granulate per kilocal, do you use Dawn Free and Clear? Yes, I'm pretty sure that's actually what I use. I'll look up Zealous Renardii and see which ones those are. Oh, yeah. Those should not be a problem at all. Same with Lyridus. I bred Lyridus before. I just stopped feeding them. And they're relatively common in Michigan. I just haven't had the time to look for them. But I actually, while helping my neighbor the other day, I think I found a Zealous Lyridus egg mass on the underside of a leaf. So I kept them and got it in here. It'd be cool if it was. It'd be completely accidental. I would have found that. Maybe a male will show up through the eggs. Yes, that's kind of one of the hopes. Here's an X for the Scolopendra. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Control R again. It's kind of predictable sometimes when I'm going to have to control R for some of these. We're going to see. Looks like Milla. It is showing Milla on here with a winning bid of 65 for Milla. Congrats again. Milla is a mid-ground powerhouse, it seems, on some of these things. I respect that. I understands that. Getting down to the wire. What do we have left? This is our last isopod. We have a group of 30 Venezuela Pisum, Everglades, Florida, starting bid of $1. I really like the Pisum. It's kind of up there with my favorite isopods because of the bluish color they seem to have. They are quite small. Do you know how much humidity the Panacea and Gustopus cognata louse need? They'll take quite a bit. It will take quite a bit. How much they need? If you give them enough substrate, they can manage their humidity needs by going deep into it if the deeper layers are moist. Even if it's dry and well ventilated above that, they can make their little tunnels and chambers. But they don't really seem to mind it high all around. Alan says, really enough, after me and Joe couldn't get Zealous Janus to breed after like 3 generations. Adults just refuse to mate. That's interesting. I haven't had that problem so far with these Longipes, but I'd like to try Janus, I think. Somebody want to get me some Janus? I'll try them. A person says, I think I saw one today at the Botanical Garden, should have grabbed it, which sucks because they are the largest and prettiest U.S. zealous, in my opinion. Get me some Janus, somebody. Possum are like smaller parvis. Yeah, they're smaller than parvis. For sure. Here's the cup. I think like the mid-siziest parvis is like the size of the biggest pisum. Here's an X for the pisums. I'm doing some heavy inbreeding with these, hoping to get a morph. I would love a mutant to pop up in these guys so I could do something with it. So I would love that. All right, going once on the pisum. Going twice. Sold. For the Roaches with a winning bid of 41. These have been I maybe forgot to say this, but these are a very good cohabitant with Uricotis. I have my colony in with my Uricotis, one of my Uricotis floridana. Let's see. Let's do real quick, guys. Super quick. Group of 10. Adult wild caught as Bullus varicosus. Starting bid $1. I'm going to start wrapping it up right as soon as I finish putting it in the Excel sheet here. All right, here's an X. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Fushiguro with a winning bid of 35. Now that was a bidding session. I think I'm going to do the friend bids a lot like that. All right, next up we have a group of 12. 12 Gyna. Shoot. Larita, yellow. I'm refining to Kyle standards. All adults appear. Yellow. Starting bid of $1. So all the adults that are popping up are yellow, and they look good, but they're not at the level my old line was. Like I want the nice, thorough goldeny yellow, and some of these are more like a neon yellow, and I might put that into their try and breed for that. They're just not consistent. The yellow is, they're all yellow. They're just not the right color yellow. That statement should not be misinterpreted. Anyways, they're not where I want them to be yet. Hopefully they will get there. Amanda Reddy says, quick question, Emeralds, the diapause breed. My colony is just all adults, no babies. Kook Fuang, in my experience, needs no diapause. No diapause requirements. TJ makes an argument for the Kunming Coppers needing it. I'm not experienced enough to speak to whether or not you can get long-term success without a diapause with the Kunming Coppers. I default to TJ's judgment there. But so far, the North Vietnam Golds and the Kook Fuangs needed no diapause or anything. Satchel's here just in time for his stuff to go up. Ren says, I love my yellows. They are so cool. John Doe says, I know a guy who has a very, very yellow ones if you want. Again, they're yellow. They're all yellow. They're all beautiful shades of yellow, but they're not to the point that I want to get them back to the old lines look. They're from the same original stock as the old line, and I'm trying to get this old line resurrected. They're just not as consistent as I want them. The nice, full, deep yellow. Here's an X. Excuse me. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Taranchi with a winning bid of 49. Again, anybody who got these would say, oh yeah, these are all yellow. It's just not, it's not the yellow that the old stock was. I do like the brighter yellows they throw out, but I'd like that isolated into a different line and not both of these in the same line. Let's do another 3 count of Mystigoproctus giganteus. Slap that on there. Oh, geez, butchered that, pasting it into here. I might actually have to use the bathroom after all this time, everybody. I'm going to let those percolate. I'll be right back. I'm going to go tinkle. I'll be back. I have returned to answer live stream Questionamundos and also to wrap up the Mystigoproctus. Going once. Excusez-moi. Going twice. Sold. To Milla is on a rampage with a winning bid of 55. Keep writing Milla on all this stuff. Angela's in the other room sorting through all these, getting the stacks ready so we can box them up tomorrow and get them out Monday. It's going to be great, I hope. Surely nothing will go wrong, as everybody has ever said. We'll get another thing up here and I'll answer some questions. Something we can let percolate for a bit. You know, people don't seem to like these, so it's a good candidate for me to just put up there. Don't know why. Maybe it's the long development time. I don't know. We'll put 2 more larvae of Odontolabus muhoti elegans up for grabs. Starting bid of $1. They appear to be L3. Will there be Linglong? I don't know why I didn't pack up Linglong. I thought I was going to. We're definitely going to do a group of Grossi that I'm going to have to pack up later. Not breed standard, says Royal Dillo. Kyle doing Roach eugenics. Royal Dillo says no emeralds that are actually emeralds should need a diapause, says Royal Dillo. It's locality-based diapause. I'm still skeptical of that. However, I don't have enough experience with the Kunmings to say, oh, yes, it actually isn't, and TJ, you're full of crap. TJ has more evidence to the contrary to say that to me, so I, again, will confer to his authority in this situation. But I am still suspicious. If I started with a group of larger individuals and kept the humidity up through the winter, I think they may just be humidity sensitive. A lot of Parkablata ended up being like that. I'm out of OJ, guys. This is bad. Feels bad, man. Put that over there. Royal Dillo, these are, we got one more beetle that's going to be a fun thing. I'm going to do a shout out in a second. You know, I think I'll do it next. We'll do the other beetle next. Here's an X for the Odontolabus. Going once. Going twice. Just not a heavy amount of love for stags, huh? Sold. Except for Dorcas. Phil Dresty with a winning bid of 40 out of nowhere. There it is. Maybe people just drag their feet on purpose here. Possible. It's a strategy. Oh, nobody wants this. I'll just wait until it's time to strike. Maybe. I don't know. Could be. All right, everybody. We've come to these fun beetles next that I've been saving. I just wanted to do a shout out to another YouTuber who I was thinking about maybe even doing a micro auction for to raise some money. I have been keeping me company most days before I go to sleep and while I'm working is the YouTuber known as Jimothy Cool. He does a lot of videos on competitive Pokemon, especially Generation 3 Advanced OU on the Smogon tier list. He has a very calming voice. He is a Zoomer, I believe, but he has a very professional approach and a very calming voice. And I listen to him constantly while I'm doing bug work and whatnot, especially the last couple of months. So he's been hosting some big money tournaments for people playing Gen 3 overused. And there's a copy pasta that people have gotten into for when people use Heracross, and especially when they win with Heracross. So up for grabs here, inspired by this, and as part of my shout out to Mr. Jimothy Cool and the Revival Tournaments channel on YouTube, we have a pair of freshly emerged, both of them minor, Tripoxylus dichotomous CF septentrionalis or potentially CF septentrionalis. I'm not 100% sure with that identification. Minor pair, but you can produce tons and tons and tons of larvae out of these ASAP and get to breeding your fighting beetles. Again, the beetle the Heracross is based off of. And thus, in honor of this, I will list them, and in the amount of time that it takes for the bidding, I will read the Heracross copy pasta from the comment that I saved. That will be the countdown for the bid time. There will be no X for this next auction item. So it ends as soon as I reach the end of the copy pasta here. I got to post them up for sale. Give me a second and pull up the copy pasta. We have one adult pair, Tripoxylus dichotomous CF septentrionalis. Starting bid of $1, fresh adult pair. All right, here we go, everybody. Get ready for the copy pasta. You have no idea how long or how short it might be. Here we go. I'm going to try and do it in my Jimothy Cool voice as well. Heracross has invaded my home. I heard munching from my closet and opened it to see the beetle had grown enormous. I tried to run, but could not outpace the Salac-boosted bug. I cried, "This is insane!" before the swarm-boosted Megahorn killed me instantly. Sold to Chris Sniper with a winning bid of $88 for the Tripoxylus pair. I might actually do an evening auction one of these days, just a quick one. Maybe if I have another pair emerge. I have quite a few pairs paired up already, but if I have another pair emerge, I might do another evening auction where I would just take the money from the winning auction and donate it to Mr. Jimothy Cool and his revival tournaments. So there's a Heracross. It's a copy pasta. It's just something people copy and spam in comments and whatnot when somebody does something with Heracross. It's just copy pasta is just a term for you just copy the text and you paste it somewhere else. Any pack nota? No pack nota this time. No pack nota this auction. No cottonness yet either. I checked for Nitida to see if I would have larvae, and I don't have them yet. But they're breeding a lot. There's a lot of mating going on. It's the same setup as I used last year, so I'm sure I'll get them. So maybe in another auction. I want the cheaper starter beetles they use as feeders in the UK. Amanda Ray, how long have you had them for? It does take a hot minute before you get babies out of the adult females, and then they're more consistent. But anyways, thank you for participating in the copy pasta here. Mr. Chris Sniper, you're getting a good pair of Tripoxylus. You can start working on a fighting line now, I guess. So thank you all for participating in that part. We are down to the last 3 Roach crossing items, and we'll get into some stuff I'm doing for friends. So here we go, guys. This is it for Roach crossing stuff. Here we go. First off, we have a group of 50 Thuria regularis, starting bid of $1. TJ brought up more and more people are hybridizing the Thuria, so Roach crossing has and will forever maintain pure lines of these species. So regardless of their identities and yada yada. So there's 50 of them crammed into here, and they're apparently okay with it. It's the best my Thuria regularis have done since I iced that colony in like 2017 or 2018, and I have always cringed at the thought of what I did. Accidentally thought it was a container I needed to sterilize, put it outside in like negative 10-degree weather or something, polar vortex, and then it was all just frozen solid. Never again. Amanda, I would think that you should be getting babies by now. How's your humidity? How's the diet? Not that means too much. Mine are getting fruit jellies and apples. Could be a humidity thing. You're always welcome to send me an email with pictures as well. Luch saying his YouTube is very far behind. A reminder to everybody to like the stream and also refresh your stream for it to be updated. Oh, wow. We've got quite a bit of a battle going on here, don't we? Would be a shame if somebody were to step in with an X suggesting the bidding was about to end, wouldn't it? I appreciate the DBZ. And oh my gosh! It's freaking part 3. Jotaro versus Dio. Beautiful. We love that. Thank you, Exotic Wilderness. Is that a Bleach or I'm not familiar with that other anime. You can see Dragon Ball. You can smell Dragon Ball from a mile away, though. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To looks like lizard beans with a winning bid of 111. This is insane. Lizard beans with 111. The big 11111, but with several fewer ones than that. Okay. All right, last group of these, everybody. Hey, when the sun shines, yada yada. 40 Desmosites planata, starting bid of $1. Who knows? They could all crash pretty soon, and then I'd be SOL. Grylity Perkilical says, this is a good stream. Good night. Good to see you, Grylity. Amanda says, 78% humidity. Food is apples, bee pollen, and fish flakes. I will cut out the pollen. It's not really necessary, but, mist it one time every day, and they have a UVB bulb even. Maybe ditch the UVB bulb and just, I don't know if the light would stress them out, but it could, theoretically. How's the ventilation? You want that humidity with high ventilation. That's the key. You get to that humidity with high ventilation, you're good. Kyle's going to tap the sign, show the colony. This is one of the 2 colonies in here. Let's see if they'll cooperate. We'll wait on this for a second. I got to find a good place to put this for a second. Put this over here. We'll wrap up the Desmosites, and then I'll whip that out again. Here's an X for the Planata Desmosites. Nobody needs a picture. We know what they is. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Dewey with a winning bid of 60. A stealthy snipe just goes in there, chest puffed out, and just says 60. Yes. And there it is. Winning bid of 60 on the last group of Planata. I'm not doing the Hakuna Planata bid again, though, I swear. All right, and the last Kyle thing we have to go here is another group of course, Pseudoglomerus magnifica, Kook Fuang, starting bid of $1. Ugh. We've got the Dewey divorce going on in here. We've got, okay, it's scrolling too fast. I got to just go into here and type it out. Magnifica, Kook Fuang. This is definitely going to get crazy. Anyways, it's a perfect time, though, to show off, to just break this, crack this open and show some of the bark with the Magnifica on it. Hopefully. See which layer of bark they're in. You can see I take really good care of them. Here's the moldy fruit jelly. Just as they desire. This bark is lacking in individuals. They seem to be in the deeper bark pieces. Oh. Here's the fish flake bark, which just so happens to have the bulk of the babies from this enclosure on it. On the fish flake bark, fish flake on the top side, and this is a bark piece that goes underneath it. But be very careful with putting that down. And then a lot of the adults are probably under some of these other ones. There's a dead one. That's unfortunate. I would crack further into here, but the problem is the biggest bark piece that a lot of the adults seem to be under is going to be kind of a pain to get at necessarily. So at least we found where the kitties were hanging out. Quite a few of them. And again, full top ventilation. I actually have not really been watering much. Definitely not once a day. That would be the winter schedule. I would say probably more like once a week, depending on how panicked and exhausted I am on any given day, would be the watering schedule at this time of year with the high air humidity. So there you have it. Keeping it simple with them. That's pretty much the same setup I have for my Tarsalis as well. Top is screen, full screen. We just figured the UVB because of them being day active. That could be part of it, that they don't like that. It's possible. I maybe get rid of it, maybe. Perhaps. All right, I'm torturing people in the chat at this point. Here's an X for the last group, the last Roach Crossing item up for grabs at the Insanity Auction. Just as the thumbnail suggested, it is Magnifica. Going once. Going twice. Sold. It might be Dilo. We're going to see. I'm refreshing. It looks like Dilophoiraptor with a winning bid of 137. Incredible. That was a very low bid on these, too. Awesome. Really awesome deal. Well, congratulations, Dilo. And congratulations, everybody else. What was it, 137? Perhaps the least amount that any group of Magnifica has ever gone for in the history of mankind at this point, perhaps. Amanda shared a picture of the enclosure in the general Discord. I will have to check it out at another time. Dewey says he should have risked divorce. There's plenty of time for risking divorce because we're moving on to the other guys' stuff section, which has some of its own goodies involved. Let me go drop these off with Ange, and we'll get into that. We'll get into the other stuff. I have returned from the beyond. I need a copy pasta for, we're going to do Satchel's stuff first, and then we're going to do some TJ stuff. So I'm just going to copy paste, just going to get something ready here in a Microsoft document for Satchel stuff. We will go at a brisker pace with this stuff. We're going to do, everything's going to be dollar starter bids as well. Let's see if I gotta have a copy pasta for this here. I know we did satchel bids for something. I know I had something. Oh, I was bidding on stuff the satchel was. Let's see. Yeah, I just got to copy pasta this bad boy here. Roach Crossing Insanity Auction. All right, that's a good copy pasta. All right, folks. Looks like we do have a couple of grain pests going up. Not mine, but all right. Dollar starting bids on everything. I should probably put that in the copy pasta. I got to copy paste $1 onto each of these with a space. Oh, it's such an inconvenience. I'm still a little insane, guys. All right. First of all, let me do a quick crunch some numbers here really quick. And that's really nice. And I just realized I didn't put up the Lukey Hermetica grossi. We are on the cusp of hitting a big milestone. We're going to do one more Roach Crossing thing and see if we hit the milestone. Actually, this is a Roach Crossing auction. All the satchel ones will be listed on their own. They're a group of 12. Lukey Hermetica grossi starting bid of $1. And hope that we get somewhere. We're about to cross a milestone for this auction. Very close, so why not? While I'll just really quickly check out Amanda Reddy's picture that I've been tagged in somewhere. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a very beautiful enclosure. Why do I feel like you said it's got a screen top? You should be seeing babies. I wonder if it's just a little bit too much space for them. Sometimes it'll be like that. The enclosure will just be a little too big and they don't like that. They don't have as much contact with other individuals. One of the ways you can kind of get around that until the colony gets bigger is decrease the amount of decor in there, the amount of space that they can just sort of roam, kind of force them all into a smaller area. And then when your first generation of babies gets big, then you can really start decking it out a bit more, I would say. Hyperbeam, for the satchel stuff, everything will have that disclaimer on the items that are being put up. This grossi is a Roach Crossing thing. So, and I'm trying to hit a number here, and we're getting awfully close to it. And I guess I would kind of be open. I think separate shipping probably runs around 15, or at least that's what the old estimate was from Satchel. You'll have to take that up with him. Satchel, do you want to add that in? You have a comment on that you'd like to add in the chat here? Also, I'm open to okay, yes, 15. Shipping is about $15. I guess I might be open to another Roach Crossing item suggestion. If anybody has a suggestion for something you'd like me to put up. So we hit this milestone. I'm going to put the X for the gross eye. Anybody got something you're just dying? We want more picopods, stag beetles, or okay. Or allow sub. Click beetles, venoms, yellows, okay. Orange head, people asking in the Discord. If you're asking in the Discord, it will be annoyed. You must ask in the live stream. There's the X for the grow side. We're going to start wrapping up the grow side bids now. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Beetle Pixel, winning bid of 83. Let's see, did we hit what I needed? Oh, we are just barely there. We are just almost there. Literally any Uricotis americana. Do you mean Uricotis floridana? I could do a Uricotis floridana. That'd push us over. But we have some people asking for Eublabrus. You know, let's just do a group of 30 Eublabrus Posticus Limon Province Costa Rica, starting bid of $1. Let's do that. We'll just slap that on there. See if that gets us somewhere. Probably will. It's not much. Big Pine Key. Fancy Rubber Duck. We got a lot of suggestions. I appreciate it. John Doe, I just put some Posticus up. And depending on how well that goes, I might toss something else up there too. I don't know. Will we ever get a Chris Sniper auction? I wonder if Chris will ever want to put something up there for people requesting new species, blah, blah, blah. All right. Here we go. For the Eublabrus posticus from Limon Province, Costa Rica. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Control R-ring. I don't like when this happens. Oh, I wish I had some Dinopus available. That'd be pretty neat. I have room for more or larger cages. I can keep some of that stuff in inventory easier. Fushiguro, winning bid of $37. Let's see, are we there? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're there. All right. We're all good. That concludes the Roach Crossing section of things. This auction exceeded my expectations, and I think we got a new way for doing auctions. Pack it up first, baby. Pack it up. Bro, YouTube has the AI chat summary now. What does that mean? They're summarizing the chat we're going on. They're going to have a hard time interpreting what's going on over here. Invertebrate Deuce, I can't wait till my French Guiana posticus mature. TJ, please give me some of those. All right, here we go. We're starting the satchel section. We're going to do this at a brisk pace so I can get to bed at a slightly more reasonable time. Here you go. The information is all in the posting there. We're going to go kind of a bit faster than I was doing before. We're going to just see how this goes. Again, I'm not this is a satchel thing. I'm going to get a TJ thing. TJ disclaimer thing going here too. Thank you for sending me all the stuff in a separate thing here, TJ. I gotta do a contact at invertebrate dude. Gotta take all this, copy, paste, killing me. TJ item, contact at invertebrate dude to pay for your item, shipping costs, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's a good copy pasta for TJ stuff. We'll just copy it, spam it. Oh, my back. Maybe I should stop sitting like I'm a billion-year-old person. TJ, I didn't even see you had a new Nocticola on this. You know I'm going to bid on that. TJ, you're going to run that bid. If you're there, you're going to run that bid when we get to it. Come on. Come on now, man. Come on. 1-800, come on now. All right, here's an X for the Anisomorpha from Satchel going once. Going twice. Sold. Captain H, winning bid of 20. All right, next thing we got 300 Mesium Aphany adults. Starting bid of $1. Got any picks to post, Satch? Stand-up desk. It is a stand-up desk is the sad thing, Eric Matthews. I got into it thinking I would be able to. It was a different time. 2021 was a different time in my life where I thought I could run upstairs, do emails, run back downstairs, work on bug stuff instead of sitting here getting pulled into emails for hours on end and then going downstairs and getting pulled into bug stuff for hours on end. TJ says, total transparency, they look just like the Species Malaysia. If you look at Species Malaysia and University Park at high magnification, the University Park have much longer legs. They look very different. And I'm still waiting for that lab in Japan to give me back the information. I sent them specimens. I've been waiting over a year for them to process them. I don't even care if it's new species or this or that. I just want to know if the data suggests they're different because I'm pretty thoroughly convinced. So, if anything, I would think that these new ones from the Vienna Zoo are. Here's an X for the Mesium auction. I would think that there's a good chance of them being the Florida species over being the Malaysian species solely based on the ones that got to Florida probably came through nursery trade or something, I would imagine. Thus, the ones in the zoo may have also originated from that. I don't know, though. All right, going once on the Mesium for Satchel. Going twice. Sold. To Bob Harrison. All right, there you go. Next up, we've got a group of 25 Subulina octona mixed size. Starting bid $1. This is a reasonable addition to a mixed vivarium. Care is the same. Hyper being another Partho species. I so badly want a sexually reproducing Nocticola species. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. But if they're all different species, that's pretty cool. And if they're not, I want to know how they got all over the place like this because that's probably an interesting story too. All right. Here is an X for the Subulina octona. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To looks like Burb. Burb, winning bid of 10. I don't know about Angui Spiral Alternata. Is this the Tangled Flame Boy? I think you sent me some of these. Angui Spiral Alternata. The Flamed Disc. These are pretty neat for a tiny snail. These are pretty cool. Detritivores, it seems. Rotting leaf litter, wood, etc. seems to be the primary things they like. They're nifty for being a tiny snail. Again, the color, the patterns pop a lot more in person, I must say. On these guys. Flamed tiger snail. Oh, never mind. I thought this was a vote thing. Never mind my Gigas. Stella, maybe in the future we could line up something. We'll see how that goes. Which is more delayed, YouTube or Discord? Probably YouTube. I would do a Control R on the YouTube is what I would do. Here's an X for the Flame Tiger Snail. Again, just toss them in a Viv. Toss them in a Bioactive. See what they do. They're nifty. I like them. I would like to devote more space to them when I move. And I think Satchel has the locality info for these too because that's kind of important. Growing importance with snails. All right. Going once, going twice, sold. To Obey the Snarf, winning bid of $12. All right, we got a big old fun one coming up next. We got a group of 5. Pardon the improper capital. I can just fix that right now. 5 Belocolus angustipes, the black leatherleaf, black velvet slugs. Didn't realize we would have quite so many of these guys here. Kylan Ewergs this auction. No, my friend, I might have actually lost my Uberelli Arcanum from drying them out too much. It's a shame, but I think TJ has a massive colony going from 2 individuals I sent him a couple months ago or something. So hopefully I can get that line back, but you know. Here's the X for the Belocolus. Don't miss out on these. Those bids are going to start blowing up pretty fast. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To OG Original Gecko with a winning bid of 19. All right, don't sleep on these next ones, guys. These have always been popular. These have always been popular since they were offered. We have 3 Caracolus Marginella juveniles. These are all captive bred also, I must say. All captive bred. In Verber dudes, I have hundreds from a single pair you sent me, yes. That's exactly what I want to hear, TJ. I'll have to get a couple back from you. And I have to ask, since I think I sent you one of the biggest pairs I've produced, are you seeing that reflected in the size of any of the offspring, TJ? Did we stack the deck for larger ones? Or Satchel has a bunch of Arcanum too. Well, again, if TJ's noticing the new adults maturing are bigger than average, I kind of want that Arcanum line again because I did send him some massive ones. I could still have them, though. I didn't check all the way through the substrate, but it could happen. Morbid posting a relatable GIF here. There we go. Get some conversation going on here. Get some good bidding. We have one more satchel item after this. Here's an X going once. Going twice. Sold. To Ouroboros. Winning bid of $37. And finally, the last satchel thing. Something very different. We have a group of 4 Bambino Orientalis. These are bred by Satchel himself, Firebelly Toads. He produced these. Invert TJ says, I think mine have been maturing smaller, but I think crowding is a big factor. Yes, it is a huge factor. I also mainly feed them dog food. If I've read roaches, they may grow bigger too. Yeah, if the humidity is pretty high and you have so many, they will tear through dog food. I always had the problem that they would kind of ignore it because I wasn't watering or keeping them high humidity. But I would produce those massive ones like you saw. I suspect there's a genetic component that could be played around with more there. So I think I would want some of yours back to stack my deck, so to speak. Thank you, Satchel, for posting some pictures of your froglet progress. It's kind of a tongue twister. Froglet progress. We'll put an X here for these little dudes. All right, going once. Going twice. Sold. To Ouroboros with a winning bid of 15. Thank you for participating in the satchel section of the auction. We now have about 10 items from TJ to put up. Here we have the first, a group of 20 mixed Tagaloblatta species, Wanag 3 PNG, new tiny, potentially a feeder species of roach. Keep them pretty dang humid until they destroy their dog food. Yeah, I think that might be their overall preference, is to be a bit more humid at times, but I don't have time to replace the dog food and stuff so frequently. It's easier to put a nice, moist, torn up roach there, and then they just burrow into it and destroy it. But again, obviously, has some setbacks when you can't do husbandry for some time. But I'm glad you have a nice colony going, because that means I can get a nice colony going again. Part of the fun of sharing bugs. Like the Tagulablata species Okinawa, both the males and females come out either Macropterus or Micropterus. We'll just put an X here. Not as much excitement for some of these things yet, but oh baby, will there be in part of this. All right. Going once for the Tagulablata. A great roach to throw in with other larger roaches. Going twice. Sold. To, looks like OP Original Gecko. Could be wrong. OG Original Gecko. I don't like typing that out. There's too many O's and G's. With a winning bid of 13. Next up, we have a group of 10 small nymphs of Eucharidia westwoodi. Here's your opportunity. Eat your heart out, everybody. Eat your heart out on the heart roaches. You can do it. Here they are again from TJ this time. Eric Matthews says you'll have to start a roach commune. That's kind of the goal with the building, is sort of to shift that way. I just hope that 20 years from now it ends up being enough space for me. We'll see. Skull roaches. You mean heart roaches? It does kind of look more like a skull. It kind of looks more like an octopus. Kind of looks more like the drunk octopus wants to fight. The pattern looks more like this to me. I get to meme and have some fun. Like look at the back, or what's his name? King Calamari. What's his name from Splatoon? DJ Octavio, maybe? I think it looks more like DJ Octavio, I must say, viewed from the front. Gotta find a good picture of DJ Octavio from the front. With the tentacles up is the key. Kind of surprisingly difficult for an old game to find just a straight up frontal visual of like a DJ Octavio the octopus. That's what I feel it looks a little more like to me personally. Lizard Beans really knows what she's getting here. Here's an X. DJ Dr. Octavian, I think. Yeah. Lizard Beans just I didn't even see that huge one. The huge bid you put in there, Lizard Beans, is like, why is anybody bidding on these? Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Ice Beam with a winning bid of 126. Sheesh. Very impressive. I've been avenged. I was looking away. Sometimes it gets you like that. We're going to go and just put these Embaphion Miracottums up here. I might have also nixed my Embaphion Miracottum and Glabrum colonies, TJ. I might have. Contusum are doing fine, but yeah, TJ, I hope you have both Miracottum and Contusum. Or not Contusum, Miracottum and Glabrum. Please tell me you have both still, please. A lot of my other Leotes are doing fine. The Ischoltzii. TJ, if you want to send me your remaining Glabrum, I can try to do something with them. This is so funny how they go back and forth. Like I'm like, oh, I'm losing this Embaphion, and then I send it to you, And then you're like, oh, I need more of this. And then I send it to you. And like, oh, I need this one back. And we keep sending these like 4 species of Ambaphion back and forth. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I could use more Miracatum and I could use Glabrum. That's the probably the Mescalero sand dunes, I would think. I think that's the only one that all of us keep nowadays. You feel free to update with that information. Yeah, see what you can do. If you have larvae, I feel pretty confident. If you have adults, it could be hit or miss. But mine were doing amazing for a long time. I deeply neglected that part of the beetle rack, and I am paying for it in the form of these Ambaphions. But everything else is still doing all right. Ren's Miracatum are doing insanely well, throwing some larvae into a couple isopod bins. Hilarious. Chavez County, New Mexico. Ironically, I have adult pairs of Glabrum. Wait, Alan, did I send you Glabrum, or did you get them on your own at some point? Here's an X for the Miracatum. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Patrick, winning bid of 20. All right, let's do a group of 10 Spherillo species Dream. Starting bid of $1. Alan says TJ sent some in the past. Okay, so they are the Colorado City ones. Yeah, Alan, I forget, you didn't send the box yet. No, you couldn't have. It's Sunday. Or it's Saturday. Or if you did. Huh. Anyways, if it's convenient to you, if you could send me, I don't know, 2 adult pairs or like a couple larvae, I would appreciate that. It only took me 2 years to kill them. Again, that was one of my most reliable Ambaphions up until this situation. And then I saved my Contusum. I threw them in the new Princessia enclosure, and I threw 1 adult female and a handful of larvae. And then I went to check on them after there being basically no sign of anything for months. And now there's a bunch of fresh adults and larvae running around. So TJ bringing up some care on the Spherillos. I killed my dreams. Or they might have crashed. They might come back. But they don't seem to like too much humidity as much as Cubaris do. I should have taken the polycarb off the top of the enclosure. That would have definitely helped. But thank you, Alan, for sending me back to Colorado City. There could be some larvae still alive in my setup, so I probably won't ditch the old setup just in case, but I'll throw the fresh pair in a new setup, and they'll just infest it. So, ironically, or maybe hilariously, the biggest cause of deaths of stuff in my collection was the spring auction. It just simply didn't have time to do all this regular maintenance and stuff. Now that that's mostly dissipated and I can really get back on a good schedule and this auction is going to be super easy to pack up, that should not happen. I doubt I will lose much during this move too, actually. Here's an X for the Spherillos. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Circa with a winning bid of 70. Being outfilled Duresti at the last second there. All right. We got another fun one. Somebody wanted some glowing clicks. Different locality, and from TJ, several generations captive bred. We have a group of 12 small larvae of Ignolator havaniensis from Miami, Florida, collected in 2021. Thank you, TJ. The glowing clicks in my short that got quite popular back whenever I took it. Crap, they might be Contusum, not Glabrum. You should ID them and make sure which one they are. But if they're Contusum, that's still good. Also funny, the Miracatum you and Kai collected, but all the other Ambaphion come from me. We've got the super inbred Contusum from Las Cruces, the now getting to be super inbred glabrum from Colorado City, and then the definitely super inbred depressum from Imperial County now. So, yeah, TJ, seems to be of the utmost importance that you get us glabrum. You send me some glabrum to salvage if they're not doing so hot for you. Yeah, and actually, TJ, again, you sent me some contusum larvae, and that was before I checked the Princessia and realized I had a whole colony going in there. So, all right, here's an X on the Ignolator. TJ giving his experience with Ignolator. Again, this is several generations captive bred stock here. We got some good stuff. All the remaining things on the list are all roaches, and they're all good roaches. I'm going to refrain bidding on the Nocticola because I'm sure if I make puppy dog eyes at TJ, he'd send me at least one. So I'm gonna refrain from that. But y'all can have lots of fun. Wow, that escalated quickly. Did I put an X? Yeah, I did. Going once. Going twice. Sold. To Phil Control R. Phil Control R is who it's sold to. Phil Drusty with a winning bid of $62 and some enthusiasm from Milla. All right, let's do these Nocticola, get these out of the way before I make bad decisions. We got a group of 10 mixed, the first time ever offered in the United States by TJ, Nocticola species, Vienna Zoo, possibly a new species of Nocticola. We don't know. We got to get the people in Japan need to get back to me in the first place in the molecular work they're doing with the Malaysia and the University Park. They've had specimens for over a year. I'm just going to keep waiting, and I will probably pester every 6 months to see what happens. Another small yellow lad. Here's an X. Good enthusiasm for these. Nocticola are nifty roaches after all. And very easy. Toss them in with something else with some degree of humidity, and you will get a colony going. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Lizard beans with a winning bid of 37. A little bit of a cat fight, slap fight going on there. Like that. All right. Here's another really cool one. I won't have these available for a hot minute, so if you want them, pick them up now. A group of 8 small nymphs of Decoralampra fulgensioi. Really cool epilampriny that everybody keeps failing with, but we seem to have found the solution. It's just high humidity and probably lots of leaf litter. Alan checked his Embaphion. They're actually contusum. That's a big sad. Jonathan says, any blue Panchlora? Not this evening. Not this evening. Cynthia Garcia, I was outbidded. Ouroboros is falling asleep just like me. Good night, Ouroboros. Good night, everybody who's already left us, even though we still have 42 people, which is great. Like the stream, everybody, even if we're wrapping up soon. I may begin selling enclosures in the future, but I got to get to the building and see what I'm going to do with the space I got. We'll see. Not even trying TBH, GLHV. Have fun. Have something. Have fun. Fulgencio Y. See, I would get these, but I have a nice group here. They haven't produced yet. They aren't mature yet, but I think we're gonna get them going finally. Like 4th or 5th time's the try, right, guys? Right? Right, everybody? High humidity. A lot of stuff from the Philippines is like that. There are nifty roaches, very cute little epilampriny. Probably the most handleable epilampriny. You can make an argument for species Coda Kinabalu and maybe for Pistoplatia, maybe. Going once on the Decoralampra. Going twice. Sold. Ice Beam. Ice Beam, you won't regret it, and maybe we won't regret it either, because maybe you'll get them, you'll do super well with them, and then you will end up sending everybody else some back in the future. It could happen. It has happened before. It will happen again. All right, next up, our second to last item, we have a group of 10 small nymphs of Eucharidia linglong, the pretty little girl or whatever, Roach, according to however Kai was translating it. Oh boy, a lot of people are messaging me already. Again, you gotta, for me to ship this week, I will be responding to emails tomorrow and Monday. You gotta email me ASAP so I can get your addresses and take payment and all that stuff. Email me ASAP, everybody. We can only hope we all do well. That's kind of the mentality we have, especially Roach people. We're very, unlike a lot of other hobbies, interests, etc., less mainstream ones. We're very cooperative. We all just want to keep these roaches breeding. We know once you figure out the secret, we all can figure it out. We can all start raising the roaches and have nice big colonies. So, isopod people, we're not doing direct call outs here, but if it's if the shoe fits, if the pleopod has the proper distal spinage, All right, going once on the Eucharidia linglong, which they are pretty little things as they are. Going twice. Sold. To Lizard Beans with a winning bid of 89. All right. As much as I would like to stop to rest on laurels, we're going for the throat. We're going for our very last item up for grabs today. Kind of a little contrast to what was offered at the Roach Crossing section. We now have a group of 10 mixed Pseudoglomerus magnifica, Northern Vietnam. These are goldish boys. There we go. Thank you, TJ. Which are less of a green sheen and more of a gold. They're a bit smaller than the Kuk Phuongs. I have not found them to need a diapause in my experience. Thank you for saying you will be emailing me and whatnot, Dilo, as well as with Luch and the whatnot. We've gotten a couple of subs tonight. I appreciate that. If anybody was telling people to come give subs and whatnot, I appreciate that. We'll get to the kind of crazy here for the end of the Insanity auction. 1K subs any day, and maybe sooner once the Roach building goes up and I start spamming shorts of it and all that stuff with the building. And wow, look at these bugs and all that. Any giveaway? Circa, no giveaway today. I need the money for house stuff, for moving stuff. We got a lot of big expenses on the very immediate horizon. So I have to be a little bit more stingy. But the giveaway days will return. We just got to get past this moving. That autoclave I was looking at is $4,000, just for an example. Not that I'm going to be buying it right away right now, but it's just an example of the expenses I am looking at. Base bid from Lil Ninjas. Hesitating with the 7. That escalated very quickly. Here's the X, everybody, for the Northern Vietnam, a.k.a. the Gold Magnificas. From TJ, going once. Going twice. Sold. To Thylacine with a winning bid of 125. Excellent bidmanship, everybody. Love the memes, love the battling, love the craziness. Thank you all for attending tonight. I feel like I say this a lot, but we exceeded my expectations for tonight. And the best part is, everybody, the way this auction was set up makes it so much easier for everybody. Makes it easy for me, makes it easier for you. Life can continue on because these orders are all backed and ready to go, basically. So we'll see how this affects the future larger auctions too and whatnot. Maybe we'll just break up auctions. We'll have more frequent auctions for smaller amounts here and there. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe the big Bugapalooza will be part an auction and part just to hang out and talk and look around the bug building and all this other stuff. Who knows what it'll be? But anyways, thank you all for being here. I have again TJ's stuff is I believe it has the @ tag. Yeah, it has the you can contact it. Go to the bid at Invertebrate Dude. You can contact him through his website Satchel. You can also contact using the @ feature. Add him as a friend. Say I won this, etc. Square up with them. I'm gonna do it at everyone and say bidding. Bidding has ended. Thank you. There we are, everybody. We did it. Another auction under our belts, and I think this will be the most pleasant one yet. Assuming I can actually sleep in tomorrow. My body doesn't let me sleep past 7:30 nowadays. We don't like that. So, thank you, everybody, for helping to stave off / encourage the insanity. I appreciate it. We had a good time. I look forward to all your emails. Send me an email. I'll get to them tomorrow. I'll get to them Monday. We're going to get the stuff out ASAP. It's either Monday or Tuesday, and the sooner you email me, the earlier your shipping slot will be. So thank you to everybody for joining tonight. I will see you all next Thursday. May your cultures ever be crazy. You want to know how I got this bug collection here? Yeah. And if you stayed to the end, you got that. You got a little bit of that. There's your payoff. You got to see a little bit of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. The Dark Knight does something. There you go. Kyle lost it. Screen recording that for posterity's sake, right? All right, I'm going to scram before I get myself into trouble. Good night, everybody.